Hey there everyone, this is Michael Dougal, your Greater Toronto Area real estate resource, bringing to you the most up-to-date information. There's some shocking headlines recently. Actually, Ontario has been claimed to be the worst province to buy a home in all of Canada. And I'm also going to show you where the average price stands right now relative to last year. But before we begin, if you are considering buying or selling, call me, and real estate agents looking for a great brokerage to increase your business. I'm quite confident it will happen here at eXp Realty, and you're welcome to contact me to get more information about it. Now let's look at this article together, because BlogTO actually claims that Ontario is officially the worst province in Canada to buy a house. Now, why do they feel that way? Well, they're looking at the average price here in Ontario relative to household income. And they actually go on to rank 10 different provinces, Newfoundland being the best place to buy a property with the average price $291,806, whereas Ontario, it's all the way at the bottom of the list with the average price being $931,870. Notice that British Columbia, the average price is a little bit higher, but this is taking into account, of course, household income as well as other factors that would make it more so likely that you would be able to get a property and actually be able to hold on to it. And the Ontario median average household income is only just under $42,000, which then poses the question, how are people even able to buy a property? And what we're seeing is that the motivated buyers in the marketplace right now are already owning a property, so maybe they're selling because they need to downsize or upsize, or they're investors looking to buy another property on top of their existing homes. Naturally, a lot of the buyers that wanted to buy in the Toronto core or around Toronto are now deciding to purchase up north, maybe going east. West is not so common because the average price has actually increased quite significantly there. And in this chart here, what we're looking at is the average sale price for detached homes, specifically in the city of Toronto. We can look at the yellow line represents 2023, whereas the blue line represents 2022. And we can see here that the average price is actually a little bit higher in most cases. Over the past week, you can see the most recent update showed that the average price was more or less the same, $1,628,000 this year and $1,630,000 last year. Whereas if we look at June and we look at July, we can see that the average price this year was higher than last year. So what we're noticing is like the average price, it has been trending downwards this year. And around this time of the year last year, the average price was also trending downwards, but not at such a fast pace. And that's illustrated in this chart over here, where we're looking at a month-by-month breakdown of each month so far this year. And so in August, the average home was selling for $1,080,000. But look at the month prior, $1,180,000. And then the month prior to that, it was $1,200,000. So the prices have come down quite considerably. And at the same time, the number of active listings is very high. But what's very interesting is that a lot of clients are asking me, Michael, if prices have come down a little bit, why are there still bidding wars taking place? And they certainly are. In this chart over here, we're looking at the percentage of property that is sold over asking price for detached homes in the city of Toronto. And we can see within the past week, 50% of the listings were selling over asking price. And this seems pretty constant throughout the months of August and September. But then going back to June, when the prices were a little bit higher and you can say there was a bit more optimism in the market, many more listings were selling above the asking price, like 66%, 64%. Just because a property is selling over asking price does not mean it's a record-breaking price, because any seller can opt for the bidding war strategy. What they're doing is they're taking the price they want to sell for, say $1 million, and then they're pricing it below market value, maybe $950,000, and that's what's enticing buyers to look at the property and then have those buyers bid amongst each other to create a multiple offer situation, and that's when listings sell over asking price. And then, as expected, for some of the lower price range homes, like for most townhouses or for most condo apartments, provided that there's not a lot of supply in that building, if you price them correctly, they should sell in a couple of weeks. But really, it's the listings like over 1.5 million or some of those larger properties, which are like the upper price range, that's what's sitting on the market, and the price for those properties have considerably come down over the past year. This in turn is what's responsible for the average price changing as fast as it is. But something that is worth pointing out is that the days on market is considerably higher than what it was before. So we were seeing a lot of listings sell between 10 to 15 days. Over the past month, the average listing is selling in 20 days, but a lot of these listings are actually taking more time to sell. And from my experience being through several market shifts, this does happen when a lot of sellers are listing their properties at the price that they would have gotten during the peak, which would have been like June 2023. And now what's happening is their listing is sitting on the market for an extended period of time, maybe going through one agent, then another agent would take it over. But the reality is these listings aren't selling because they are priced too high for the market. If a listing isn't selling, number one issue could be the price. The second issue could be the marketing of the property. And the third issue could be the condition of the home. So if you are considering selling your property, my sellers, get top dollar in the least amount of time with the least amount of stress. Make sure to call me. And real estate agents, if you are considering a great brokerage so you can build your business like I have, make sure to reach out to me to learn more about eXp Realty. I'm really looking forward to your phone call. Make sure to subscribe, drop a like if you did get value from this video, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.